have a right to violence. All oppressed people have a right to violence. And I want to tell you something. It's like the right to pee. You got to have the right place. You got to have the right time. You got to have the appropriate situation. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is it.
So people in my comments talking about Robert Hinton gonna have a hard time in prison. He gonna have a hard time in jail. What you think this man decided to do when he went and ran that police officer over? You think he was deciding that he was his life was still gonna be going on? Y'all don't see what's going on right here? You think Mr. Hitman, you think that man give a about going to jail, man? Man, that man made his decision when they ran his son over like anybody would, man. It's over, my life over right here, and most sacrifices must be made.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I got a few other stories, but I had to put this one the top priority as it stands. I'm probably a couple days late, 2 days late and $1 short, but we're gonna rock on anyways. It says right here, this man Rodney Hinton ran over a deputy after, I guess, the deputy shot his son. He didn't even waste no time. He went straight to work. Probably a day later. It wasn't even he didn't even let the body cool off. And like I said in numerous videos, I usually don't do police brutality videos, not because I don't want to be informative to the community or the world, whatever, the plight of black people or just people in general getting gunned down by police or shot by police, but I had to do this one because, like, while YouTube murder is wrong, no one should kill nobody. There has been a breaking point in America, I think, within the last 10 years, where you can't bamboozle and hoodwink people any longer. They're not going to sit back and take it. This ain't the 60s. Hell, this ain't the 90s, right? That Rodney King shit is over. Let's just say the new generation probably can't read. Mathematics ain't really that good, and they're not really proficient in STEM. What people are proficient in is eye for an eye. Now, while I think there needs to be more resolution and understanding and talking, it seems like the police departments around the world or America just don't want to comply. Ironic, isn't it? So when they have something like this go down, they demonize the black dude. Oh, he ran over the deputy with his car in retaliation. And it's like, we shouldn't be talking about the murder that happened in retaliation. We should be talking about the wrongful shooting of an unarmed person. Now, they said it was a gun. It fell out and it clanked on the ground when his son took off running. He was running. I think anybody that shoots anybody in the back or shoots anybody while they're fleeing is a coward. Not only that, they're public servants. They're supposed to be trained in, like, using their weapon proficiently, observing the situation, de-escalating shit, right? If somebody's running away, even if they do got a weapon, they're not pointing it at you to open fire on them. One has to ask, what's the provocation? How much were you in threatened or in fear of your life? You weren't, right? Now, this racism thing I was thinking about the other day, I was like, yo, is it really gonna ever end? And then I thought about it. Not really, because you can't really stop people from hating you based off of how you look, namely if you're black, because racism, while a lot of people like to loosely place it on different people and circumstances, like people of other ethnicities, technically you can only be racist towards black people or white people, right? I think black people can't be institutionally racism or systematically racism. We can be ideologically racist, which just means that you think you're better than another person and that they're inferior based off of their skin color. While you can do that to Mexicans or Indians or Chinese people, typically most people, in my guesstimation, and I've lived on the West Coast, down south, and in the Midwest, most people don't hate people that are ethnic just because they're ethnic, right? There's other elements. Maybe now and again you might have a person that goes off the rails on a discriminatory or bigoted rant. That's just that. I don't see them systematically being harmed economically, institutionally. So yeah, then there's that. And because Asian people per capita in America are the richest people, yeah, nobody's discriminating against them in housing or economics or business loans or hell, any type of practices in America. Now we might make fun of them in Hollywood as making Asian men more demure and more effeminate, and we might overplay Latinos or Hispanic people in the media and Hollywood as gangsters or cholos and stuff like that, but it's all within context. Nobody like takes it serious. And every now and again you have a white guy in Chipotle get mad because the staff is speaking Spanish. That's just, once again, just a bigoted rant. It's probably not still like stopping them economically or job opportunity or even housing, because he's probably employing them and underpaying them, which might be a form of, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, wouldn't be discrimination. Might just be you're a scumbag and you underpaying people because, you know, they undocumented or they are documented but they don't know their worth, whatever the case is. So going back to the original story, my man took matters into his own hand, and this is Ohio, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm from Ohio, right? OH10 stand up. And Ohio has a long-standing history of like inflicting violence and pain on police officers because, like, we just don't take the bullshit. Like, it is what it is. You can push this around. We just ain't gonna sit back like laying down taking it. I got a whole bunch of homeboys that got drugs planted on them back in the 90s. Didn't even get arrested. They just took their drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or planted drugs on them. Said it was theirs. When he did have drugs, they would just take it from him because they knew that if they didn't have the drugs, they had to answer to, you know, the person, they supplier, and they could possibly get murdered, and they didn't care, right? It's a malicious intent, a misuse of the law. So, or corruption of the law. My man was fully prepared to do 55 years in prison. And then right there, that reaffirms in the courtroom what we've been saying about the police being the biggest gang in America. I think Tupac said it. Now this is a testament, because why you got 35, 40 cops in there all mean mugging them, staring at them in the courtroom, right? To intimidate them. I don't think my tax dollars or the state of Ohio's tax dollars needs to go to the police departments for them to show up mean mugging you, like thinking of dastardly things to do to you while you're incarcerated. That's just me, though. In any event, if y'all like this episode, if you've been informed, educated, this isn't really going to be an entertainment video. I'm probably going to reclassify it. YouTube, I'm not condoning violence to police officers, people in general, or anything. I'm just saying, objectively speaking, I can see where this man's mindset was coming from. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.